I was looking for anything to do because the home show was going off the air, and Sid Caesar was moving to ABC, and I needed work, and I thought, why not do a daytime game show? And at the time, it was Barry and Enright who put that thing together. It wasn't Barry or Enright. It was a guy named Bob Noah who came up with the idea based on the old card game of concentration.
And he worked for the
He
producers,
worked
Jack
for them.
Barry and
Right.
Dan Enright.
And at that time, it was conceived as an honest program with no attempt to rig it, even though that office was involved in the rigging of a prime time show, the 21. When the week that we went on the air was when Stempel blew the whistle on 21, and then one other big show there, and it hit the fan that these shows were rigged, and I thought, well, that's the end of that. The bubble will burst. NBC left it on, and we had enormous security to make sure. First of all, by its nature, the show couldn't have been rigged for this reason. You didn't win anything until you racked up prizes by virtue of matching puzzle parts or matching items. For example, if you came up with an automobile and one number, and your second number, you had two chances, was the automobile. That you didn't win it. That went on your board. And then at the end, when you had a bunch of prizes, if enough of the thing was revealed, and enough of the puzzle part was revealed that you're the one who first guessed what the puzzle was, you got all your prizes. Otherwise, you didn't get anything. How could you rig that? If I knew the answers and told you the answers, you still wouldn't win anything until you had racked up some prizes, during which time your opponent could take it out from under you. So there wasn't any opportunity to rig it, and nor any desire. And we had hired somebody from Scotland Yard to be backstage so that the stagehands who loaded the puzzles, knew what the puzzle was, knew what the prizes were, and where they were, so that there was no intercourse between that group backstage and the people who came on as contestants. NBC, meantime, hired their own security expert who didn't know we had hired the Scotland Yard guy, and they're backstage throwing each other out because each one thinks the other is a spy, which is kind of a funny first day thing. But we had that kind of security, even to a point where I did not know and didn't want to know the answer to a puzzle until a contestant made a guess. I had the card with the thing and a piece of black tape over the name of the puzzle, and I just played it without. I didn't want to know. And whenever anybody said what they thought the puzzle was, I'd tear the tape off and say you're right or you're wrong. And so we were that careful about it. It was a pretty good game. A lot of people enjoyed playing it, kind of like Jeopardy is today. I don't know. I like to think that there was some personality element in it that they would have tuned out if I had an abrasive personality and I was running the show. And they like to see people winning prizes. God knows it appealed to me and to my Scottish blood to be giving away all those prizes when it didn't cost me anything. And a curious insight into the American psyche too, when you see the prizes that we gave away. We gave a few prizes away that were much more valuable than the cars that we had as prizes. A diamond necklace or a fur coat, a sable coat or something. It was really more, but it didn't create the excitement that the automobile did. Mm-hmm. And it led me to think of someone who once said, in America, the automobile is a god. And to that god, we build concrete altars 200 feet wide and thousands of miles long, and annually sacrifice 50,000 human victims on those altars, which is a comment on our attitude toward cars. But I thought of that if anybody racked up a car and won it, that was the big excitement. That's what they wanted, more than the diamonds or the furs.